Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing part 2 of my kitchen sort, clean and declutter video. So I've been sorting out the cupboard next to the cooker because it is stuffed full with dog stuff like poo bags, treats, things, and you know, all sorts of things like that we need for our dog. And also medicines, all sorts of things are in the bottom shelf with like medically type stuff. I need to have a good look through and see what it is. So I'm going to get on and do that today, and hope you enjoy my little part 2 video. There will be many parts to these declutter videos, I think, because I think it will do us good to get through the whole house eventually. So this is part 2 of the kitchen. Next I will probably move on and do under the sink, because there's a lot of stuff under there that needs sorting out as well. Hope you enjoy this video. So this is the cupboard in question. It's not the biggest cupboard in the world. It's a very small cupboard, in fact, but it holds quite a lot of stuff in it. So we've got one part of the cupboard is for dog things. So that's the shelf I'm going to sort out first. So we've got loads and loads of dog treats and all sorts of things really just stuffed in there. What I find is it's much more manageable to do like a sort out declutter if you just choose one small section of your house, or one cupboard, or one drawer, things like that, just to sort out. I just find it a lot more doable, basically, if you just sort out one little bit at a time, and then eventually you've done everything. So we're starting today with this cupboard. So I'm just going to empty the whole top of the cupboard out first. Lots of little things hiding in the back there. She's got some carrot cake treats I can see in the back there that we've forgotten about. And I keep all the sealable bags so that when we go out in the summer, I can just pop a water bottle and things in that just to stop it from dripping all over the inside of my bag. And we've got these licky mats. These are really good in the summer as well. You can pop something on them like treats or mashed potato or whatever, and they can pop them in the freezer. And just a nice cool snack for her, really. It keeps her occupied in the summer when she can't go for a walk. So I'm just going to give the cupboard a really good wipe down first. Definitely in need of this. And then I'm going to just pop all of her treats items back into this sealable bag. I just think it will help me to keep it all in one place and all organised, really. I mean, we keep all of her bonios in a separate container somewhere else. But yeah, she's a lucky dog. She has a lot of treats. Obviously, they last a while anyway, so... like the smaller treats, the like softer, chewy treats, I tend to cut them all up into little pieces. And then they fit within, you see that white topped container? I just put them in there so that when we're going for a walk, we can just take a small handful of those with us. Yeah, it just makes it a lot easier. And these make really good poo bags, if you didn't know. They are see-through because they're nappy bags, but they are a lot cheaper, so they're a lot more affordable than actual dog poo bags. Obviously they're not biodegradable, so they're not very good for the environment. So that bowl is the bowl that I just take out. It's just a plastic summer bowl that I take out with us for a dog walk in the summer, or when it's slightly warmer out. There's the box of treats, lovely jubbly, all nice and full, ready for her. So I'm just trying to keep all the things that I use most often nearer the front. Got a little bag there with her like dental wipes and toothbrushes, toothpaste, her like comb. Her brush isn't in there for some reason, it's out and about somewhere. And some bubbles, she loves to play with bubbles. And she absolutely loves this Arden Grange liver paste. Got the Adaptil and some medicine there as well. Yeah, just looks much more organised, that one. So now we're on to the bottom half of the cupboard. This is absolutely stuffed full of goodness knows what medicines. We've got sun cream by the looks of it. All the things you might possibly need if anybody has any kind of ailment, or yeah, anybody's going out for a day out. So we like to keep a good stock of things. But to be honest with you, it's not very often that we use these things. So there's quite a lot in here that's probably out of date. Some medicines. We've got a couple of little first aid bags. So I've got a little red one that's quite a useful little travel first aid kit, tiny little one. They just stick in a backpack sometimes. Just very tiny, just for like little plasters or tablets that you might need to take out with you. Now I know for sure that some of these are out of date. Again, we're just going to completely empty the cupboard out. It's just how I find it best to do, sorting out. We've got these things. I think they're from the bottom of the blind. Not entirely sure. So we're just going to give the bottom of the cupboard a really good wipe out. I don't think I've done this at all since we've moved in 2 years ago. So it is definitely in need of a good clean. What I think I need to do is write myself a little checklist, really, and I would advise anybody else to do it as well. If you plan on doing any really good sorting out or decluttering, to write yourself a checklist of all the things you want to declutter and tick it off as you go, because it just makes sure that you do it, and it's kind of like you feel really like you've achieved something once you've actually completed it. So I'm just going to quickly go through this first aid bag that we've got, because goodness knows how long we've had this. Absolutely years and years and years. And most of it is probably out of date. And I probably need to go through this little red one anyway. What is this? Oh, curtain hooks, of course. That is what you'd find in a little first aid bag, isn't it? Some curtain hooks. Right, so we'll take those out of there. And I think we're going to pop some bits in that little red one in a little while. So that'll do for now. I'm not going to properly sort through that first aid box today, or first aid bag rather. I think we'll save that for another day. Most of the things do have dates on them, so you do need to check it out. This is my condensed pile of all the things that we are keeping and putting back in. This is all the things that are either going or out of date or whatever. So as you can see, these Rennies are very, very out of date. Definitely not wanting to eat them. And these are sickness tablets. Hannah used to take those, also out of date. Those Calpol sachets, also very out of date. So keep an eye on the dates on some of your medicines and things like that, because I don't know whether they're going to do any harm to you, but they just may not be as effective if you use them whilst out of date. This is empty. Why is it in the cupboard? That's what the girls took on their D&V, some Lucozade energy tablets and plasters and things. Got some lovely old out of date eye drops of mine, some like dressings and all sorts of things, just bags and bits of rubbish. So here is what I've put in my little red bag. We've just got some sucky things in case we get sore throats. We've got some antiseptic cream, we've got some plasters, some ibuprofen, paracetamol, just some standard things. I'm going to keep it all within this bag as best I can to contain the main like medicines that we use. So I realised I've got quite a lot of paracetamol and ibuprofen, so we certainly won't be needing to buy any of that for quite a while. I'm also going to stick the plasters in with that as well. But we don't need to use the plasters as often. Or the sore throat sweets, I'm going to pop them at the bottom of the bag. And we tend to just use paracetamol, ibuprofen the most, so they can go at the top. I use paracetamol more because apparently if you've got respiratory problems, you shouldn't use ibuprofen. I'm not sure if that's a genuine fact, but I have heard that. So I tend to stick with paracetamol if I can. Just popping everything back in, trying to put the things that we use the least, again, at the back. So that can go in there. We've got sun creams. Obviously, we're coming up to the summer, warmer weather, so they can go nearer the front. But we're all still getting colds. Well, I'm not, luckily. So they can go in there all together, ready for anybody who gets a cold. And that bag is the bag that gets used the most. Some Calpol type things, some vitamins, and some bubbles, because even though my children are teenagers, they still like bubbles too. Some hay fever allergies, very important, and some plasters, easy to reach. There we are. That is the cupboard all completely sorted out and organised. I love it. And these are all the empty boxes that are left over after I've condensed all the other medicines, and I can throw them in the recycling. So as you can see, it was a bit of a mess to start with. I had a good clear out. It's amazing what you can accumulate over time. Only a couple of years since we've lived here, and we've amassed quite a bit. So I've given it a good tidy, good clean, and got rid of some old things. Mostly the dog stuff is all like used regularly, so none of that was really needed to get rid of. But the medicines, oh my goodness, in that bag. So there was tons of like paracetamols that had like, you get like 2 blisters in a packet. So there was like some with 1 in, some with half full. So I've kind of condensed them a little bit and got rid of some out of date things, because as you could see, there's quite a few out of date products in that cupboard. Like Rennies, so I haven't used those Rennies for a long time. A few years now. So yeah, just got rid of some stuff and now it's much more easy to find and access what we need. So that's a good job done. Now onto the under the sink. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!